What is going on? I'm zmot. We are going to do all the things like we do every single Friday. Now, in case you haven't tried it, full tribal boost mechs. It says it's only 60%, but it feels like they're like 600% faster. Really, really interesting slash fun. Yes, Gearheart is still here. It is Thursday. I'm recording Friday's video, trying to get a little bit ahead. We have gone backwards on warships. Now, if you have not seen these front-loaded bases, you should start seeing them soon. This base was designed by none other than Mr. Knight Wada, so shout out there. Now, he has the extra shock mines. I do not. He also has an extra critter launcher. I do not. Well, I was offline. I have upgraded my building health to 200%. That is by going back through Scorchers and picking up that puppy. On my next hit list, I believe, possibly GBE, but first we got to get that extra critter launcher. After that, I've seen only one person, that is Commander J. Doom, who has those extra 2 mortars. We're getting into the slim pickings. Now, we have finally made it to the end of the tree. The end of the tree was debatable whether it was the artillery this season or it was this building health. Regardless, we've made it there. I'm going to do a live hit on this account, then we'll switch it over and do something different. Need to get some boom pass goodness happening. Skipped over that, throw in code zmot in the shop, so hopefully you guys have gotten that renewed. Also do an operation attack. I'll throw a seeker hit in here just for good measure, and hopefully you guys are crushing it on this season of Warships. I've had more comments this season than other ones of you guys wondering where that global top 500 number is going to be. I am terrible. I never look at the leaderboard, so I don't know where that's going to be. And sure enough, looky. So I don't really know how to hit this base quite yet, but what we are going to do is lock it in with 3 boats of those beautiful laser ranger ladies. Now, I don't have that extra boost, so we're going to have to make it up as we go along. Our opponent just jumped right in, so clearly they know what's going on. Now, I am gonna drop you and you about there. We're gonna wait a second, and then I'm gonna drop you and you and you, and 1, 2, 3, and Mr. Kavan in the flesh, and then dropping those pink zombie dudes, trying to get rid of all of those mines on that right-hand side. And then, you know what? We're going to send him way off to the far left-hand side. Yes, that him is capitalized. He is him? I don't know. Anyways, need to get some form of a shock on some of this stuff. Probably should have shocked that shock launcher a little bit, but instead we're going to drop some of those pink zombie dudes back there, and then just try to walk all the way through this base without losing too many of our gosh darned troops. Okay, shocking the grappler because it is a pain in our derriere. And now those guys doing fairly good work. Kavan gonna give us some extra DPS there as we manage to get rid of that cannon that's back there, and now just desperately need that right there to go down. Sorry, brain not firing on all cylinders. I was trying to say needed that hot pot to go down. We've done decent. We have taken down fewer engine rooms than they did, but I think they started a little bit before us, so we don't need to be too aware of when they started versus when we started. But this is where you start to get a bit nervous because nothing is happening, nothing is going down. We're going to throw you back about there. Probably not the best spot for that, but even just, oh, look at that. We got a bombardier back there, I think. Is that a heavy? I think that was a bombardier, but I think it's dead. So now then, we've got one boat of, or not one boat of bombardier, one bombardier at that back engine room. All the rest of these guys getting down here towards this engine room. And then as soon as this engine room goes down, we are just gonna blind flare all the way back there and just hope to Jeebus that we manage to get it down. I don't think we're going to have a heck of a lot of shot. I don't think I jibber-jabbered for quite that long, and generally speaking, 1 minute 40 is your winning time, and I am at 1 minute 24. Not super hopeful. Stranger things have happened, but it looks like Eros has taken us down by a good inversion of numbers. 42-24. We've lost by 18 seconds. I've only faced, I think that's my second of those bases, but you're going to be seeing a lot more of those, and I will show you that time. 142. I'll show you how they did it. Coming in from that right-hand side. That is kind of impressive. I have not seen anyone come in from the front right yet, and then just walking through bit by stinking little bit, and that rocket launcher is doing nothing good for us. It completely and utterly ignored those bombardiers. Not sure if they were, nope, they weren't in the blind spot, so just well-placed troops, and they got this down by the skin on their teeth, sort of, but they managed to get it down faster than I did, so not ideal. Showing you a replay here. I think I got like 150 on this one. Starting to throw troops on that left ramp a little bit more often. A couple boats, bombardiers over there, laser rangers over here, clearing through all of the things, and then pink zombie dudes every which side. We'll speed that up to 4 times here. So if you're not using one boat of laser rangers, I highly would recommend mixing that in. It makes your attacks versus those gosh darn frustrating critter launchers so much more sustainable. And you see that I'm always shocking those critter launchers because they drive me absolutely crazy. That's against a global top 50 statue totem person. Also managed to take down Cactus numero uno. Same deal, just a matter of getting the right split on your troops, and I always like to throw those pink zombies on that rocket launcher. I feel like that's why that rocket launcher is there. It just seems like too easy and too obvious a spot, so I feel a bit dumb throwing it on there, but it just works. I feel like it's made to draw your troops to it, or I don't know why the heck. It just doesn't make any sense to me as far as why that thing is so unprotected on a couple bases. So if you have some insights on that, would love to hear them. But overall, still global top 500 somewhere. How can we check that? Over here in that log, I think I was like global number like 77 yesterday or something like that, and now we're down to 82. So I thought I would be quite a bit lower actually, because I think at my highest point I was at 24.61, which means that I'm starting at rank 14 next season. Very excited about that. We'll do one more because why not? If I get that front loaded base ugly clump, whatever the heck you want to call it, base, we can hopefully do a little bit better. And if not, then there's some goodness in there as well, because I know a whole bunch of you are starting to get into 7 engine rooms. I've seen a bunch of comments, bunch of messages saying, how the heck do I use heavy choppas? Generally speaking, if you're just getting to diamond or you're just getting to heavy choppas, check my videos from like 4 or 5 days ago. I am ahead of most people, which is a very strange place to be. I still don't know which side to go from at any point in any season. So we're going to go one there, bombardier out there. Obvious, we already talked about that. Oh, crud. I forgot to change my troops. So we're going to send Kavan up the middle. We're going to get you guys. I'm going to send you guys over here and Kavan over here. And this is not what I was hoping to have happen at all. This was, again, trying to mix in too many different troop combos, too many different metas, too many different bases, not going super duper swimmingly. But maybe we'll manage to pull out something out of the fire, but I really, really, really doubt it. Laser Rangers are great, and I've seen a couple of you have gone and gotten that Laser Ranger troop boost, but that is definitely not me. We are screwing this up in a big, big way. Not even close to enough troops going towards that left-hand side. That grappler is going down, though, and now we just need to make sure that Kavan does not get the old shot in the head problem happening. So, seeing many problems here. Oh, gosh, Kavan. You just need to get some troops out. That should help keep you alive for a couple extra seconds. That Doom Cannon I'm just waiting for it to turn towards him as the rest of our troops are actually making half decent progress with the wrong troops. Let's get you over there, hoping to get rid of that gosh darn rocket launcher. Again, that feels far too obvious, but I will fall into your trap. I don't know exactly what people are trying with that trap, but I am all about it. Let's throw a shock over here. Would love to get some more pink zombie troops, but don't have any GBE at the second. That right there is about to pop. We can shock that because our good friend Mr. Heavy Choppa has fallen out of the sky, and not surprisingly, we are going slower than I typically would on these bases. I'm typically around 150, 146, something along those neighborhood, and now we are just sitting here waiting for our Laser Rangers to do anything at all. I do like the fact that that Bombardier can reach it over the gap, but we are just sitting here waiting and waiting and maybe pulling out a win. That would be super wonderful. Devil May Cry Diamond. I think we've won. I think we have won. They have done the Hail Mary of all Hail Mary flares, but they are at a minute 8, and generally speaking, this base, most people are getting a minute 20 or less, so we picked up a win. Huzzah, moving up a little teeny tiny bit, back towards, I would really like to get 25, even though whether or not you guys know this or not, parking-related 25 means nada. Just like making diamond means nothing. If you want to start in 12, you need to get to 21.5. If you want to start in 15, you got to get to legendary 1. Jumping back out, we are now going to do an operation attack. Operation 29 diamonds every single day. If your task force has not given you 29 diamonds, what are you even doing? So hit me up in the comments if you need a task force that's going to get you all of those diamonds. This Warship season, I have not used many, if any, of those changes. See, 0 changes on this account. On my main account, I actually changed to those shock mines just to try it out. Didn't work, changed back. So I don't know if it's this season, it was more obvious than normal, but need diamonds for most seasons, but this season has been great in that aspect. Anyways, so we're going to do an operation attack. I'm going to attack Alamo using those extra speedy mechs. Now, those boom cannons, okay, so don't really know how this is going to go. It's probably going to go terribly, but that is part of the fun. This is an easy operation, even though it is forlorn hope. We've got Minotaur, that's 1. Rogue is 3 at most. Cooker is 3 at most. Boomtown is 2 at most. Alamo is generally 2 at most. We'll call it 4 just because I'm going to do something stupid. Nonetheless, we have full boosted. Let's just jump in on Alamo, see what the heck can be done. Now, first and foremost, could potentially artillery out those rockets, but what's the fun in that when we've got more rockets back there? Anyways, we are going to start things off by dropping all of our bombardiers all the way wide across that front section. What that's going to do for us, it's going to allow us, to get all of the extra gunboat energy. Then once this gets cleaned up a teeny tiny bit. Don't really care about these snipers at all, except for the fact that we have lost one bombardier and gotten all sorts of gunboat energy. So now that we've gotten all of these towers cleaned out, we're gonna back these puppies off. Getting those mechs, I gotta cough something fierce, trying to hold it back. No mute button here for me, and then we're gonna throw this flare about there. We're gonna throw one more flare just to let all of those bombardiers catch up, and then getting going. Look how fast those mechs are. They are as fast as bombardiers. I'm not sure if the fact that my interpretation of 60% is just straight up wrong, or if mechs have gotten some form of extra little boost of speed, but my goodness, are these guys ever great fun. So we're gonna throw that out there. We're gonna throw a shock there and a shock there, and then hoping that all of our mechs can do all of the shocking and get out front in a hurry. Those rocket launchers want to melt our faces. We're gonna click that pink zombie button because you never know when Kavan's gonna die. Often I will hold Kavan back expecting to get a second window later, and then you look up and he's dead. So that is not ideal. We've gotten rid of those back rocket launchers. We've still got some critters out front. We're getting some separation between our mechs and our whatever the heck those are called, our bombardiers, and now our mechs are starting to get shot in the face. Thankfully, we've got Kavan back there. Hopefully, he can get us an extra one or two. Unfortunately, our mechs are shocking flamethrowers right now, which is less than ideal. Again, the fact that Kavan can bring back mechs now is so good. That was a change in one of the last few updates, and it has been absolutely fantastic. We have cleared all of that back corner. Well, not likely to finish this base. Getting a Alamo solo generally does not happen with this many rocket launchers in place, but we're gonna throw a med kit out there trying to keep some of these dudes rocking and rolling. Barrage to get rid of as many mines around those things as we can. And now our mech is in there, but our bombardiers are not. So bombardiers getting just toasted by all of the rocket launchers. No medkits don't do a heck of a lot, but once in a while you will get an extra shot or two out. We have done a decent job. Next person should be able to cruise in there. Quick note that some of you might be saying, but Zed, you've got Life Leech Scorchers. Life Leech Scorchers don't Life Leech all that much. So we cleared the front a little bit, doesn't do much, but the fact is, that's going to go down pretty quickly, and then mechs will end up shocking these guys back here. So I'll give that a B-. Would love to hear your comments on what kind of vote you would give that. Now we're going to jump in and get beat. This account, speaking of parking, this account has gotten as high as 21.70, and as you know, that means that we can start in rank 12 on this account. I am gonna park the second I have the slightest concern about falling out of diamond, because I want that diamond rewards, getting that 30 trader tickets, 500 diamonds, and more importantly 30 powder. So my seeker hits have improved a little bit since you guys have seen them last. Primarily I've gotten critters, I've gotten troop damage, I don't know what the heck else I've gotten, but it's not enough for me to win consistently, especially when I have to go against 7 engine room bases. So we are going to try our darndest to get this puppy down. We're going to go 2 boats over there, and then one boat there, and 2 boats there. We'll send Kavan out and flare him back here as we throw critters back there, and this back there, and now that stuff's gone, we'll drop all this stuff. And where did Kavan go? Did I not throw a flare? That would have been a key thing to focus on, would have been throwing a flare, but I have made many mistakes, and not a huge surprise there. So getting our troops moving backwards, we have like essentially 0 Seekers left. Not the end of the world, but my goodness, have we ever screwed this up in a giant fashion. I can take down most 6 engine room bases at this point. I have taken down a couple 7 engine room bases, but this is definitely not one of them. So we are just going to retreat with our tail between our legs and throw out that beautiful sound that I live for. That sound keeps me up at night, just getting absolutely crushed by Palantizia. Let's see if I can show you a fast Seeker hit. I have beaten a couple 7s. I think this is actually a 7 right about there. Got 3 minutes 3 seconds against a 7, using barrage, getting bullet running, and honestly, if you can get bullet running, that is the absolute key there. That person having the grappler was just beyond my skill level at 7. You can see that really I'm just collecting chests at this point, not doing a terribly great job. This one's going to drop down to 21.11 probably have one more battle in me. Hopefully I can get to be someone's boss's battle, get them into diamond. Don't mind bleeding stars at this point, but next up. Okay, you know what? We're going to do one more thing. Now, we are at the end of the season. We are going to unlock those hidden warriors. They are terrible. They have 5/8 the damage that warriors do. But maybe. Just hold your hat here. We'll see if we can do something beyond ridiculous here. Getting them... You can't drop them late, or you can, but it's a pain in the butt. So maybe, just maybe, we can do something with them. Probably going to get a 7 and probably going to lose, but figured, you know what, we'll try one more hit. If we get a 6, I might just chicken out and use Seekers. We will find out nonetheless, and hopefully I don't fall out of diamond, but it's worth the price of admission. If I fall out of diamond, I gotta play a little bit more on this account just to get back in. Unlocking hidden warriors is gonna bite me in the rear end. But maybe, oh, there we go. We got an opponent. And of course, they are a 7. That is less than ideal. So what can we do with hidden warriors? Is there anything we can do with these things? They have a grappler. I could... Probably nothing we can do here with any of this stuff. This is just a lesson in heartbreak. Can we use bombardiers? Yeah, we could use bombardiers. 1, 2, 3. We're going to use bombardiers and laser rangers and see if we can't just beat this person without heavy choppas. It is possible. It is not probable, but it is possible. Heavy out front. Bullet, I mean, what's his face in the middle, getting some of those guys out. You out there, you down here, heavy up the side. That's not a heavy, that's a heavy. Then we'll go something like that, getting all of the laser ranger goodness up this middle section, throwing a shock on the gosh darned things, and now just seeing how fast we can go without heavy choppas. A bunch of you are asking, can you compete in 7 without heavy choppas? You can, but this is my first attack without heavy choppas or Seekers on 7. Is this the right idea? Definitely not. As you can see by the fact that our opponent has already beaten us, but we are going to be decently, almost, sort of, kind of fast if we can pull off this hit. And just a reminder, we were staring at this screen for a little bit of time, so there is still the absolute outside chance that we could pull off the most unlikely of victories. Of course, they are a 7 against our 6, so they are going to be way faster than us, but pretty darn happy with this nonetheless. We are going to get a decent time of 2:34, no heavy choppas, just heavies against Kudasai, and they probably wiped the floor with us. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. Of course they did, but come on. That was a little bit impressive. We have lost 10 stars. We are ready to park this account. You don't need heavy choppas at 7. Definitely does help. That attack was pretty darn fun, I thought. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Now, we are coming up on the end of the Warships season, which means it is all about finishing off that boom pass. We got 10 days in the boom pass, only 3 days in Warships, so do get those boom pass rockin' and rollin'. I talked about these mechs right here. Do give them a try. Laser Trons, holy, are here as well. I do recommend them. They are a lot of fun, but honestly, it is all about these full speed ahead mechs for me. They are a lot of fun, whether you're smoking them or just dropping them on someone's base and absolutely crushing everything about everything. So we're gonna drop all of those things across there, getting more of that stuff out there. Quick reminder that you cannot shock a bunker. That is very important details. Kavan can bring back whatever troops are in those bunkers, though. You can use that to your advantage, bringing back your opponent's troops. Works out fairly darn well. You end up bringing back some Cryoneers, for example, and then you end up beating their base using Cryoneers. It's a bit of a bug, a bit of an issue, probably be fixed in the next update. Speaking of things to be fixed in the next update, if you are trying to get those beautiful free skins that are available in your shop, if they're not available in your shop, if you don't have that stylish heavy or that stylish Elton John medic, it is a bug. They are going to fix it. I really hope that I can find a bunker. Come on, do you got a bunker? You got a bunker? Your bunker is under construction. Let's just go find someone who does have a bunker. Then we can destroy it, and Kavan can bring back their troops. I will pause and just find it without you guys here. Okay, we found it. Let's go over here. Look at Jordan 572-769, whatever, 8675309. Gonna get our artillery out, see what is hiding in that bunker. Ooh, there we go. We got ourselves a Cryoneer. So right about now, we are going to drop you and you and you and bringing back some Cryoneers right about now and Laser Rangers to go with our mechs, shocking all of the things. And now we've got some extra firepower. So just a word of warning, if you're going to use those beautiful bunkers, not only is there a cost as far as your gold goes, but people can bring back your own troops against you. And not just one. You see, we've got at least a couple Laser Rangers over there, a couple Cryoneers over here. So it's not just the troops from the bunker, it's also the type of troops. It ends up overriding the fact that you've got your standard second wind brings back rifles. We're just gonna walk through this at 3 times mode. Easy dubs, picking up the easy win. So do give that a go, especially if you're trying to get that win with just a hero or win with just a Kavan, or look at all these missions coming through in a big way. So same deal over here. If we click through on this side, we're gonna get just Kavan. No, what's it called? No, what is that building even called? Bunker. But we can just, send all of our troops back there with Kavan. It's definitely more fun if they've got a bunker, because you get a little bit more diversity in your troops than just having rifles. But we will send all of this stuff back into here. We'll get Kavan following along closely, and then 1-2, 1-2, barrage, and then a whole bunch of second winds, and then that over there, and an artillery back in here, and all good times. Just sheer ridiculousness. Definitely more fun when you can throw this with their own troops, but it still works. This is definitely why those blue statues towards the back are not doing a heck of a lot for this person's base. We should be able to beat them with just Kavan, and that is going to look very, very embarrassing in their log if we can pull that off. A bunch of you have been sharing replays where it's just one Lasertron beating your base, which again is not super duper fun, but it is fun to beat your opponents using those sorts of troops. So we'll just keep chucking out those critter dudes over there, and then just hoping that all of our rifles over here with a medkit perhaps can walk through this base, because it's not feeling very likely that we're going to beat this base at the second. Just too many mistakes, not enough troops taking down buildings, and I've wasted a little bit of your time. Let's put this on 3 times mode just so we can waste a little bit less. We will retreat. And now, the reason why I don't use 3 times mode, we can't attack. At least we do have an error that message there that says exactly why we can't attack. Let's go at 4,500 speed, see if we can't find some goodness in these bunkers. What do you got for troops? Nothing? People know they have to put troops in these bunkers, right? Maybe they ran out of gold? They do have boosted green statues, though, so that would not make a lot of sense. You know what? We're not going to do Kavan. We're just going to drop all of this stuff. We'll drop all of this stuff. We will do it in 3 times for extra goodness. Just absolutely walking through this base. Just completely and utterly crushing it. Now, one thing to note, when using troops like this, I don't even try to watch. I don't pay any attention to where my troops are going. All I do is drop things, and then as soon as I get a chance, I'll throw a shock at the beginning, and then I just press the pink button, bringing back troops one at a time, and then as soon as I get that pink button coming back online, I click it again, and then just keep clicking it over and over and over again until the base blows up. So, like I said, give these speedy mechs a try. They are a lot of fun. They will rank you up on the main base, even if you can't rank up in warships, and just being full boosted definitely helps. And I'm gonna get someone commenting and saying, zmot, you didn't flare to the right spot. Sometimes you just gotta let your troops do things all on their own and just walk through bases. That is one of the beautiful fun things about having instant training, and once you have instant training, you just can't go back. I still remember like the day that instant training was first put in, and it was a game changer. Probably saved Boom Beach, to be completely honest. I couldn't, it's just that good. I don't have any access to any numbers or KPIs or anything like that, but warships and instant training, so vital at the second. We are gonna call the video right there. We did some warships, we did an operation attack, went through a couple minor little bugs and issues, and showed you that you don't need heavy choppas at the 7 engine room level to compete. They definitely help, and being at 6 is not long for this world. As you saw there, it was basically impossible for me to get a match at the 6 engine room level, but do go crush some bases. Hopefully you guys end up on the global top 500. If not, hopefully you get the highest rank you've ever gotten ever in the past. I am zmot, though. Do consider subscribing. We've got some more great giveaways coming up. And just a reminder, throw code zmot in every single Supercell game. Squad Busters going global any second now if it hasn't already. So do give that game a shot as well. I'm zmot. Thanks for coming in. Peace.